All right. Now let's do introductions. You may know her as China Blanks. She also has appeared in Warehouse 13, Vampire Diaries, and everything from the original 21 Jump Street on. She's worked with some of the best cast on her, and she's always shy. Thanks, Kelly Gibb. Another villain. You also know him from Fringe, where he played a dual role. Now we have a good guy. We have Detective McKenna Hall, Janina Gaspar. One of our more shady characters, Slade Wilson. Yeah! And somebody you may have heard of, maybe you could introduce him a little bit more. He played a guy named Captain Jack Harkness. Malcolm Merlin, the big baddie of season 1.
Cheers, Jakes. I fell over yesterday flat on my back.
Oh, I'm sure it's not the chair.
Not the first time I've been on the ground with my leg in the
I'll be the last.
John likes being on his back.
That makes me so happy that you just said that to me. I've been waiting for years. Oh my God, this is Spartacus.
Oh my goodness. Off to a good start, aren't we?
Mr. Moderator, hi.
Hello, and I know you do not like moderators.
No, it's not that. When I do my own panels, I like to just have the, but I'm part of a team here now, so you're in control.
Oh, you're in control. All right, moderate.
All right.
One second, I was going to swap seats with John, but John, you should never be on the end like this. Come on,
I know, right?
I'm on the island. I'm going with you.
John likes being in the middle.
Oh, you're over here. You sit there. Are you okay? You're afraid of that chair now, aren't you? This is what happened.
That's his natural pose.
Sir.
Okay, so the way we're going to do this is I'm going to ask a couple introductory questions. If the cast runs off and starts talking, we're going to let them talk. And then we'll go to questions from you guys.
Okay.
All right, let's start with, let's talk about the John since he's already started talking. He's pretty great.
He's not
Last year, the only thing we knew was you were some well-dressed character. How did they approach you, and what did you find out about what the show was?
Well, it was before they started filming, it was like in May or June, so it would have been over a year ago. And I was at my house in Palm Springs. My husband Scott and I had just come back to Palm Springs to, basically I wanted a little bit of a break, and then also I was gonna be auditioning for another TV show on ABC. And we came back, and I'm sitting in my kitchen literally, and I got a call from my team in LA, and they said, we've got a group of, someone that's from the CW rang, and it was also Andrew Kreisenberg and Greg Valenti, and they were all on the phone. And then my agent said, do you want to take the call? And I'm like, are you stupid? Of course I'll take the call. So I sat and spoke to them on the phone, and Greg and Andrew said to me, obviously a huge fan of Doctor Who, he loves Captain Jack, and his words out of his mouth were, we don't know if we would accept this, but we'd really love you to come on the show. And I said, explain it to me. They explained the whole process, I knew that Malcolm Merlin was going to be, what he was going to become and what they had planned for him before I even signed up for it. They explained it all to me. They said he was going to be pivotal in the show, but not in every episode. And I thought to myself, pivotal in a show, creating a character, and have time off. Yes! So, and also I said, not very often in your careers will you get the opportunity for people to ring you up and ask you to be in the show. So, and we all know that as actors, that's a supreme thing. So I jumped at it. And I said, he said, but we haven't discussed a deal yet. I said, no, I know you want me now. So, but we, I did it, and I went into it because of their passion for what they were talking about. And that was one of the things, and I said to him, it thrills me because this is like the conversation in the first meeting that I had with Russell T. Davies and Phil Collinson and Julie Gardner about Captain Jack on Doctor Who. So I was immediately hooked by their passion, and I said, I want to be part of that. I want to help create this new universe that you're creating, this new world of Starling City. And that's how it happened. And then I was commuting. It was great because there's a flight in Palm Springs Airport every day to Vancouver. The airport is 10 minutes from my house.
What?
I don't have to go to LA to fly up.
That's way better than what we have.
No security. No security. What?
Oh yeah, thank you, terrorists. No security in Palm Springs.
No, there is security. Hey, Malcolm Merlin sussed it all out. No, it's really quick, so I'm really chuffed, and I was really honored that they asked me to do it and to be part of a show that has hugely made an impact and kicked off the way it has. I am thrilled.
Looking on IMDb, you have one of the most varied resumes I've ever seen as an actor. That is how did you deal with that wig, and how much was you and how much was not you? How did you deal with that?
The wig? I don't have any white. Okay, I'm lying. I have a lot of white hair. but it is a wig, and because I have to do all these fights in it, they have to secure it like with 1,000 pins and staple basically like super glue it to my head. And the first wig that they did, I loved. I thought it would kind of look like a Harajuku girl, and kind of made me feel like I was 20. I guess they decided later on that it was they needed an update, so they brought sort of a new and improved, more softer China white. And yeah, it's so uncomfortable though, because you guys have done wigs before. It's terrible to have to wear a wig, and especially
you do the hair test and you're like, I look fine, and then you're in it for 14 hours and you're like, this is itchy.
it itches and it hurts, and you just can't wait to get it off, and it's like you get a headache by the end of the day, but it's all worth it.
By the time it airs, you've somehow conveniently forgotten, and then you're on
It's like giving birth.
Let's use a wig.
Right? It's like giving birth to a child, you forget the pain.
Forget the pain.
I have the first wig.
My wig?
I took your first wig.
Oh. I don't want to know about it. Or maybe I do.
I'll send you pictures.
But Geneva, you're playing a detective. This is not the first detective role you played.
No, I always say when, half kidding, when you're an ethnic strong female, you have 3 lanes that are given to you. It's cop, FBI agent, or lesbian. And I've played the first and the last many a time.
Wait a minute, you forgot prostitute.
Prostitute, oh no, somehow they don't hire me. I think I'm just like not skinny enough.
You're not nearly slutty enough, is what it is.
I could be too. Hilarious. Also, I can't put. Have you seen her pictures at her table? It's like her leg is completely behind her. Like her
Ask John, he can see that too.
yeah.
We can teach you that, Janina.
I don't know. Maybe that's a prerequisite also. but no, it's not the first time I've played a cop. And I know. Well, what's the rest of the question?
That's one of you were in the short-lived series, The Gates.
Yes.
Which they had a lot of fans.
Yay!
Did
It's
not
on
enough,
Netflix.
so it got canceled. But thank God, because now the show is just great. But let's go on to Mr. Half-Naked, the Gladiators. Now he's on the road.
Show everybody your stripy pants.
Put your leg above
You
your
have
head.
stripy pants. Stand up.
I won't tell you what just opened, but it was not my zipper.
I love that. Fantastic, John. Well done. What was the question, mate?
I forgot. You went from playing. You went from playing like the Half-Naked, the Gladiators, which some of them. But you now are this character that people who read the comics may have a little bit of clue. But you have this mysterious, less hardcore character that you're playing. How did you approach that?
Oh, look, I honestly cast for this role in Los Angeles not knowing that I was going to be playing the character that I'm playing. As a matter of fact, when I arrived at the airport in Vancouver, I still had no idea who the character was that I was playing. I auditioned in Los Angeles for some guy who wasn't called Slade Wilson. And when I arrived at the airport, my manager rang me and said, Mano, I'm in the line to get my papers, my working papers at the airport. And she said, Mano, it's just been released in on the website pages that you're playing Slade Wilson, who's supposed to be this Deathstroke character. I was like, no, I can audition. I had a job on the stage, and the guy behind the counter with the customs said, did you say Deathstroke? And he went, oh man, he's the badass of the comic world. And that's the first I ever heard that name. the guy giving me my customs papers to get in to do the show. And the next thing I'm dragged out into the freezing cold Vancouver, wilderness to start filming with Stephen Amell, in 0-degree temperature, with this very slow drizzling rain. We're on this island called the Anu, and I'm playing this guy called Slade Wilson. And basically, the writers and producers had spoken to me and said, listen, we're going to fix this. I had clothes on. So the evolution has begun. By the way, Stephen Amell will be here, and I'm sure that he wants to apologize to all of you.
He texted me and he says,
He's filming. Yeah.
Please tell everyone I say hello. Wouldn't have missed it unless something really important was happening. 2 exclamation marks at the end.
Well, if you follow his Twitter feed yesterday, he posted himself jumping into a pool in social media. I'm sorry, it's that. He's like, this is how I love California.
well, when you're in California, it's mostly for work. So.
Zach, you went probably one of the most understated characters in two. And then you went from that to the over-the-top act. I'm sorry, French. I apologize to these guys. They want to give them